So I have an Aetherdrift bundle. We're gonna crack this open and see what interesting cards we get. So let's get into the pack. The camera needs to be further out, really, to make this work effectively. But we have our bundle box. This is the finish line bundle. So it includes some play boosters and it includes collector boosters and some other items as well. So you get your usual box. If you're familiar with bundles, you get a storage box. So nothing different there. You also get some punch out cards, which I've never found to be terribly useful myself, but I appreciate they will appeal to some people. A die, not particularly good one, honestly. The quality looks quite poor. Bit of a shame, but don't tend to use those either. So spin down. We have a sticker, a couple of stickers. And then we've also got a box topper. The usual selection of lands, including a foil Amonkhet Raceway, a couple of collector boosters, and 6 play booster packs. So let's save the collector boosters and the box toppers till a little later. Put them out of shot. We have the lands here. I'm not going to worry about those. Let's just crack on with the play boosters, see what we get. So we're starting off with a art card. Sadly, they don't really have a lot of value, so we'll put those to one side. A common foil Swiftwater Cliffs. Then we have a Haunted Hellride. Lifecraft Engine, which is a rare, borderless, looks pretty cool. It's a vehicle, 4/4. As this vehicle enters, choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen creature type in addition to their other types. Each creature you control of the chosen type other than this vehicle gets +1/+1 and has crew 3. We also have a Bulwark Ox, which is also a rare. Cloudspire Coordinator. Intimidation Tactics. Lagarin Soul of Alacria. Those are uncommons. Then we come into commons. We have a Night Market, a Wreck Remover, Wreckage, Wickerfolk, Pothole Mole, Ride's End, Kickoff Celebrations, and a Keen Buccaneer. So that is pack 1. Let's move on to pack 2. See what we get. Seems like the rare comes out sooner. I was probably expecting that to be more towards the end, but it seems to be like slot 3 or 4. So we have a token, that's instead of the art card, so definitely more useful. Got a vehicle on one side and Chandra on the back. We have a Scoured Barons, a foil common, a Bestow Greatness, and we have a Possession Engine, that is the rare. Then we have a Slick Imitator, Guide-like Pathmaker, and Apocalypse Runner, as well as a Greenbelt Guardian. Those are uncommons. Then we have a Lotus Guard Disciple, Interface Ace, Engine Rat, Broken Wings, Bright Field Glider, Goblin Surveyor, and a Sky Streak Engineer. Those are, of course, commons. So nothing too interesting, unfortunately, for our first couple of packs. We start off with a signed art card from Sam Perrin. We have a land. We have a foil Gear Seeker Serpent, which is a common. Our rare is Basri, Tomorrow's Champion. Then we have a Roadside Blowout, Cloudspire Captain, and Road Rage, as well as a Foul Road. So it looks like we're getting 4 uncommons. Then we have a Camera Launcher, Ticket Tortoise, Chitin Gravestalker, Alacrian Jaguar, End Rider Catalyzer, Flood the Engine, and Spot Cycle Scouter. Those are commons. Right, moving on to pack 4. We've got another Art Series card. Wow, okay. Quite a few of those. It's our third. Got a land. I have an uncommon, which is Trade the Helm. Foil. We have a Fearless Swashbuckler. That is borderless in the kind of one of the showcase art styles. It looks more like a Secret Lair than a traditional Magic card. We have a Sabotage Strategist, Dune Drifter, an Elvish Refueler, and a Boom Scholar. Those are the uncommons. And then we have a Stallout, Skybox Ferry, Pact Alterra, Migrating Ketrodon, Magmakin Artillerist, Spectral Interference, and a Swift Wing Assailant as our commons. Right, moving on to pack 5. Still nothing terribly interesting. Got a zombie token with an elephant on the back. We have a Jungle Hollow foil. We have an End Rider Catalyzer. That's also foil. Then our rare is Samut, the Driving Force. A new legendary creature. Uncommons, we have Rover Blades, Sheffet Archfiend, Ooze Patrol, and just those 3. Then commons, Starting Column, Streaking Oil Gorger, Venom Sack Lagak, Ripclaw Wrangler, Thunderhead Gunner, Nimble Thopterist, Collision Course, and a Gilded Goader. Okay, moving on to the last play booster. Still sadly nothing terribly interesting, unless you like the Commander Samut. Okay, we've got a Pilot and a zombie on the back. Dismal Backwater. We have a Midnight Mangler foil. And then we have Monument to Endurance. Now this is a useful card, and it's something I wanted to buy actually, so quite glad to have got this one. Tell you what, let me just read it out to you because it is quite interesting, especially if you're playing discard spells. So whenever you discard a card, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Either you draw a card, create a treasure, or each opponent loses 3 life. So definitely if you're discarding cards, this is one that you want in your deck. We also have a borderless Thundering Broodwagon, which is a uncommon vehicle. A Transit Mage, Push the Limit, and Ancient Vendetta. All of those are uncommons. Then we have a Light Wheel Enhancements, Ether Jacket, Beast Rider Vanguard, Maximum Overdrive, Trip Up, Broadcast Rambler, and a Burner Rocket. So those are all the play boosters. Let's open the box topper. So my understanding from having seen other videos is there is 1 land and one other card, both of which are quite curved. You can see there, which is unsurprising considering Magic cards and foils don't often work very well together. Let's have a look at the island, which is very shiny, very gold, very different to the original gold cards. So if you go way back in the history of Magic, back to I think the World Championship series, there were old gold border cards. Now these definitely look different to that. They're not quite the same. shinier, arguably less gold-like, more yellow, I would say. But definitely will appeal to some people. So we have an island, and we have a Bloodghast, which is a pretty good hit, I think. 2 black, 2/2. Sorry, 2 black, 2/1. It's a vampire spirit. This creature can't block. This creature has haste as long as an opponent has 10 or less life, and it has landfall. So whenever a land you control enters, you may return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So not a bad one there. Shame it is bent out of the box, as you can see, because of the foiling. But pretty nice. Okay, let's move on to our likely most expensive packs in this box, which are the collector boosters. So what do we have at the start? We have the token foil. Then we have a Waxen Shape Thief, borderless showcase art, arguably secret lair style. That is a rare. And we have another commander. So we have Atchik Emerald Radian, another rare. So that's an insect druid, borderless. Then we have the homunculus of the set, the 0/4 blue homunculus, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. That's pretty cool, quite cool like that. I like the artwork, that's cool. I will definitely find a home for that card in a deck. Then we have a commander card, so Prophet of the Scarab, 3/4 zombie wizard. Then we have another foil, so another commander, Zahir Glory's Past, 3/2 zombie cat warrior. Then we have a foil Hole Drifter, which is really cool. This is a card that I was quite hoping to get as well, especially in this art. It looks great, actually. That looks really cool. So that is a common. Then we have a Dune Drifter. Another foil land. Rise from the Wreck. Sky Serpent Seeker. Wretched Dole. Prowlcatcher Specialist, Brightfield Glider, Flood the Engine, and a Wind Scarred Crag. So that's pack 1. I think so far probably the best card is still the discard artifact that draws you cards and makes treasures. In terms of playable cards anyway, in terms of sort of financial value, I'll have to have a close look at some of these different styles afterwards. We start off with a pilot token, the vehicle on the back. But then we've just found a Japanese card. Now, I don't know what this is. I can see the mana cost is 5 in total, 4 and 1 white. It's a 6/10, presumably a creature, probably a vehicle actually. I think this little thing here may be Crew 6, and it's a mythic. I don't know what it is, I have no idea how much value that card has. I'll have to look that up later, but it does look quite nice. Now we've onto the land cycle, so we've got a Sunbillow Verge, the Boros Verge land, cool. We have a District Mascot, Dog Mount, a Wizened Mentor from the Commander deck, a Pyrewood Gearhulk, one of the worst of these new Gearhulks, unfortunately. Not one of the better ones, but could still be useful in the right deck. We have a Clamorous Ironclad, common, a Veloheart Bike, also a common. Foil Plains, Boosted Sloop, a Lacrian Armory, Marshall's Path Cruiser, a Veloheart Bike, Daring Mechanic, Risky Shortcut, and a Swift Water Cliff. So that will do it. Let's just recap on some of the rares and mythics. So we have a Pyrewood Gearhulk, Wizened Mentor, District Mascot, Sun Below Verge, that will definitely find its way into a deck fairly soon. It's a Japanese card, possibly a vehicle, don't know what it is, we'll find out. We also have Zahir, Glory's Past, Prophet of the Scarab, the Homunculus, the Verbose Host, Utchik, Emerald Irradiant, a Waxen Shape Thief. Bloodghast was our box topper. Very curved, again, must say. Bit disappointing in that. Monument to Endurance, probably the most interesting playable card, I think, here. Samut, the Driving Force, Fearless Swashbuckler, Basri, Tomorrow's Champion, a Possession Engine, the Bulwark Ox, and a Lifecraft Engine. So some decent cards there. Very nice. We've got some foil lands, obviously a selection of uncommons and commons. And yeah, overall, happy with that. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you next time.